It's been so hot lately, might as well just go inside, turn the AC on, read a good book, right? Well, that's why we always like to introduce our next guest, who is a host and book reviewer for The Book Break. And what's great about Melissa is that when she's here, she's always giving us great recommendations. And for this one, Melissa, you've got books from the person that wants to be a good leader to the kids, so it's really adults and kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I am trying to touch every kind of reader with these recommendations, so no one should say, I don't know what to read.
If they do, then she's going to say, I told you so.
That's right.
Well, let's start first with an adult book, and it's something for somebody that wants to be a good leader.
Absolutely. So the first book is called Don't Just Manage, Lead, and it's by Arthur F. Coombs, or we call him Art Coombs. And Art does a wonderful job with this book. So the first time I read this, I thought, okay, this is maybe just for business leaders. That's great. I love business leader books. But actually, it's really for anybody that wants to be a leader, not just in business, but in the community and in your home. So we all know that sometimes we have kids or we have friends or different people that we need to help with certain things.
Right.
So in Don't Just Manage, Lead, Art teaches us how to inspire people, how we're not going to motivate them. They're going to motivate themselves. We need to give them the why, and they'll figure out the rest. So I really love that about it. He also helps us learn if you've got a really big, overwhelming job or task, let's chunk that down into smaller pieces, and then you can go and get it done, and it doesn't seem so overwhelming. So lots of great tips for everyone.
And do you know what? I think with the way things have been this past year, it might be a book worth reading, just to kind of re-gauge and say, how do I be a leader with how my business has changed, you know, or how life has changed in general, because things are so different and weird.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, or I keep saying one of the things, a lot of good things in here, but something that also stuck out to me is how he really focuses on the importance of being positive and building worth in ourselves and in others, the people that we work with, the people that we're around.
Perfect.
So Don't Just Manage, Lead by Art Coombs is a wonderful book.
I like it. Now we're moving on. Something for the person that likes a good romance.
Yes. So if you like a clean romance, or sometimes it's called a proper romance, this one takes place, it's called Lakeshire Park by Megan Walker. It takes place in 1820 in Regency, England, and it brings together two sisters who their parents are gone, and it's really kind of up to the oldest to take care of her little sister, and she's willing to do anything. And one of the things I really liked about this book is it wasn't super predictable. So sometimes you get into a romance and you know by chapter 2 what's going to happen. That's not the case with this book. And I really related with the main character, Amelia, because I could see, like, you know what, I'd be willing to do some of these things for somebody I love too. And what can I do? So I loved Lakeshire Park by Megan Walker. Great, clean romance.
And you know what? I'm totally guilty of judging a book by its cover, and I love that cover.
It's a beautiful cover.
It like sucked me in. I'm like, I want to live right there. How cute did that look?
And the author writes beautifully, like you're in a movie, so it's great.
I love it. Well, and now we move on to a book for the kids.
Yes, so I love all of these books, but Potion Masters is a trilogy, and about 8 years old you can start reading it. And this one is by Frank L. Cole. And this trilogy is a fantasy magic book. It stars a 12-year-old named Gordy, and his mom is one of the top potion masters in the world, and he's quite talented himself. Shortly after you get right into this book, you will find that there are some crazy adventures, and he has to use his talent and potion-making skills to save his family, his friends, and maybe even the world. So, Potion Masters, I loved it. My kids love it.
I love it. Well, and if they want to get some of these books for free, they can get them on your website, right?
So yes, I have a contest going on right now. If you go to my website today, make sure you go today, thebookbreak.com, you can enter to win one of these 3 recommendations for free, and I will be drawing the winners tomorrow morning. So thebookbreak.com, and you can learn more about the books there too.
Wonderful. Melissa, good to see you, and see you next month.
Yes, thank you. It was great being here.
Amanda, what's coming up?